It's George Tyndall, and I'm back again. And I hope everybody is doing well out there, being as it looks like everybody's frying and dying. Now, I am here to tell you what I have told you is true, and it is going to get worse. Now, first things first, the temperature is not going to go down. If anything, it's going to increase. Now, is the earth going to flood? No. What's going to happen is the water is going to evaporate faster than it can rise. And that's a fact. Because your rivers, your creeks, they're going down, 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 down. So they're going to be dumping less water is going to run down to the ocean. So it's not going to matter what melts in the North and the South Pole. But like I said, nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to believe. Okay, nobody wanted to believe about the meteors and what I told them. Okay, here we go. We're going to go up here. NASA reports that a screaming 34,000 mile per hour meteor blazed the Statue of Liberty in New York Harbor on Tuesday. New Yorkers and even residents of nearby states reported feeling an earthquake-like rumble and hearing a loud boom. The bright and plunging fireball burned itself into oblivion at an estimated 29 miles above Midtown Manhattan. 29 miles above. Now, I don't know what I can be more clear. And the media is saying, oh, well, there's no danger. There's no danger. There is a danger. There will be impact. And it will be bad from some of the other stuff that I'm finding out. But like I said, people want to call me crazy, stupid, and doubt me. Go ahead. What's happening is happening. I told you what's happening with the heat is happening, and it's continuing to happen. And it's roasting people all over the world. But the rocket fuel is good for the atmosphere. But that's okay. Now, they say that there's nothing to worry about. And we're going to take a time out real quick for a second. Now, 29 miles above the earth isn't that high. And you're going to find out that these meteors and these asteroids that are floating around out there, they're going to get through the mesosphere, and there's going to be serious impact, and somebody is going to die. I'm telling it like it is. I'm not sitting here covering it up like the media saying, well, there's nothing to worry about because it happens all the time. Not like it is happening now. And I'm being honest. But more of my findings tells me that it's going to be that much worse. And that some of these that come in may not explode like the ones that we're used to seeing. Okay, now, as I said before in my findings, you find stuff, you go along, and you find stuff. Someone messed up. And because they messed up and they didn't want to research, they missed it. Now, somebody out there is going to pay the price. And they're probably going to lose their life because nobody wants to listen. But I'm telling you, with what I found, nobody wanted to research that 1833 meteor shower. And if they had researched it and they had gone and looked for stuff and found stuff, they would know what's coming. And what's coming It's going to be a total disaster. Now, the experts on TV will tell you there's only one metal asteroid or two solid metal asteroids, and that isn't true from what I'm finding. And my philosophy on it is, where there is one, there is always more. And if there are metal asteroids, there are metal meteors and metal meteoroids. Solid metal. Now, where did I come up with that from? Okay, you come up from it when you find stuff out. Now, what one thing was missed, because they don't have what I have, is there is your regular meteorite that burns, your stony irons and all the others, but there's also ones that are metallic glass. Okay. But there's also a metallic rock. Yes, metallic rock. It happens when everything in the rock fuses. This happens at a higher temperature, probably the highest temperature you can get. Higher than in the fusion chambers. And it goes back to that comet getting too close to the sun. And it converts. And what happens is the rock, the color, the shapes, if it's a whole rock like this, and it converts any indentations and stuff, any shapes, any colors, any metals, ores or whatever would be inside, and minerals that are inside, everything fuses and it converts to metallic rock. That's why these pieces are so funky looking, but they're solid metal. Same with this. This is metal. Now, whether people want to believe it or not, and the reason why I'm saying is because if it's metallic rock and it comes through, yeah, you'll have a black coating on this, but it'll look like a rock. Same with these. These are burnt. These are burnt. I'm finding so many of them that are burnt. Burnt bits and pieces of fragments, whole rocks, half rocks, quarter rocks, weird ass shape stuff like this. And it really isn't a joke. And like I said, I wish somebody would want to listen, but nobody wants to listen. So you're going to have to wait. And if one of those solid metallic rocks comes in, it is going to destroy. Because when these things get close enough to the sun, they convert. Okay? They're going to be 2-3 times heavier than those ones that come in and those ones that explode. But, like I said, you know, good luck. Good luck. You get a solid metallic rock like this, and it's the size of Texas coming in, you're done. You're done, and there isn't anything that anybody is going to do. There's no program. There's no sending missiles up. There's no crashing anything into the asteroids. If the asteroid is solid metal, you are doing nothing to it. It'll enter the atmosphere, and because it's altered and its melting point is higher, It's going to come right through there. It's going to impact. And, but like I said, I've got to wait for this to happen. Okay? I warned you about the heat. And I don't know how to make myself much clearer. I have to sit back and I have to watch people die. Because we're so insistent that rocket fuel, which is made from fossil fuels, burning massive amounts of it up there, it does nothing. It's good for the atmosphere. But cows farting and automobiles are bad for the atmosphere. That makes no sense at all whatsoever. And this stuff is pissing me off. It's pissing me off because it's probably going to end up killing somebody that I know. And I'm trying to warn you ahead of time. But like I said, people don't want to listen. They don't want to listen because they don't want to believe that what I'm saying did happen. And I'm trying to tell people it did happen. There was a hot metal shower. It just showered the earth with solid metal rocks, metallic glass, everything. Because everything out there in space is exposed differently. Now, if you want to check it out, you must check out why Mercury might be the way it is from the constant heating up and the cooling down from the sun. When it turns and it's dark at night, yeah, it'll cool down, but it'll heat up again. And it'll cool down, and it'll heat up again. And that's the closest planet to the sun. Like 53 million miles away from the sun, but it's still close. We know how hot it gets here on Earth, but we have an atmosphere. What about Mercury? What does that do to the surface? You don't think that all that radiation and all that heat isn't going to alter the surface? That Mercury's probably composed of some nasty ass stuff. But like I said, I'm going to leave it at that. What I'm saying is happening, and it's going to continue to happen, and it will get worse. And like I said, people can call me dumb, stupid, but we have a major impact. Who's going to be the dummy and who's going to be stupid? Because I'm telling you ahead of time. And I'll call that good.